Allay. The Allay is a friendly flying mob that helps players collect items. It was added after winning Minecraft's 2021 Community Mob Vote and quickly became popular because of its unique behavior. When given an item, an Allay searches for more of that same item nearby and brings them back to the player or a nearby note block. It cannot mine or open containers, but it is very useful for gathering dropped items while exploring or building. Bat. Bats are small passive mobs that live in caves and other dark places. They do not drop any items and cannot be bred or tamed, making them different from most other animals in the game. Instead, they exist mainly to make underground areas feel more alive. Their quiet flying and hanging behavior adds atmosphere, especially when players discover large cave systems. Camel. Camels are passive mobs that naturally spawn in desert villages. Unlike horses, they can carry 2 players at the same time, making them useful for exploring with a friend. Camels are also tall enough that many hostile mobs cannot reach riders while they are mounted. They have a special dash ability that lets them quickly cross gaps and small obstacles, making travel across deserts much easier. Cat. Cats are tameable mobs that can be found in villages or by taming stray cats with raw fish. Once tamed, they follow their owner and often sit beside beds or chests. Cats are also useful because creepers avoid getting too close to them, while phantoms stay away as well. With many different coat patterns available, they also add personality to a player's home.
Armadillo. Armadillos are passive mobs that live in warm biomes, such as savannas. When they sense danger, they curl into a protective ball until the threat is gone. Players can brush armadillos to collect armadillo scutes, which are used to craft wolf armor. Their addition gave players a new way to protect their tamed wolves during adventures. Donkey. Donkeys are passive mobs that spawn in plains and savannas. Like horses, they can be ridden after being tamed, but they have one important advantage. A donkey can carry a chest, allowing players to transport extra items while traveling long distances. Although they are usually slower than horses, their extra storage makes them very useful for exploration. Frog. Frogs are passive mobs that live in swamp and mangrove swamp biomes. They move by hopping around and occasionally catching small slimes with their long tongues. Frogs come in different colors depending on the biome where they grow from tadpoles. They can also create frog lights by eating tiny magma cubes, providing players with unique decorative light blocks.
Parrot. Parrots are colorful birds that live in jungle biomes. They can be tamed using seeds and will happily perch on a player's shoulder while they travel. One of their most useful abilities is copying the sounds of nearby hostile mobs, giving players an early warning of danger. With several different feather colors, parrots are both practical companions and decorative pets. Rabbit. Rabbits are small passive mobs that appear in deserts, snowy areas, and grassy landscapes. They move quickly with long jumps, making them more difficult to catch than many other animals. Rabbits drop rabbit hide and raw rabbit when defeated, while rabbit's foot can sometimes be obtained for brewing certain potions. Different biomes also feature different rabbit colors, helping them blend into their surroundings. Axolotl. Axolotls are aquatic passive mobs that live in lush caves beneath the surface. Players can collect them in buckets and release them elsewhere, making them easy to transport. When fighting underwater, axolotls attack hostile aquatic mobs alongside the player. If they take too much damage, they often pretend to be dead until it is safe to swim again, giving them a better chance of surviving.
Mushroom. Mushrooms are a rare type of cow that only spawn in mushroom fields. Instead of normal skin, they have mushrooms growing across their bodies and can be milked with a bowl to produce mushroom stew. Feeding them certain flowers creates suspicious stew with special effects, giving them an ability no other mob has. Their unusual appearance and exclusive biome make mushrooms one of the rarest passive mobs in Minecraft. Ocelot. Ocelots are passive mobs that naturally spawn in jungle biomes, where they quietly wander through the trees and undergrowth. Unlike in older versions of Minecraft, they can no longer be tamed into cats, although they become more trusting if players feed them raw cod or raw salmon. Ocelots are fast, cautious, and will usually run away when approached too quickly. Their behavior makes them one of the more challenging animals to get close to, adding a realistic touch to exploring Minecraft's jungles.